application and verification. Imagine a KYC challenge in a customer onboarding process. For that, the customer must provide a mandatory set of documents. A user has to verify those documents manually and needs to check if all required documents are available and valid. On average, more than 50% of such processes are not versed at the right time and have to be returned to the customer, often 2 times or more. The result of this is that roughly 40% of all requests cannot be processed completely the same day. Your employees spend a significant amount of time waiting for and correcting data. So how does Process Maker IDP help? Process Maker IDP automatically identifies your document types and is able to verify if all mandatory documents are available. And because it is trained by expert users, it reads and extracts data like a human and is able to check for errors. In order to streamline and optimize the process and customer experience, Process Maker will provide direct feedback if data is incorrect and will automatically send notifications and reminders. Now let's see a demo.
Yeah, so what we will show right now is the case which is linked to onboarding clients. I will show 3 specific things. The first is how we classify the files, part of the case. The second one is about how to extract and validate a passport. And the last one is what we call so-called cross-document validation, which is all about to use values extracted from the files and how to share that between them. So I will start with creating a folder where I put in all the files for this specific use case. I will call the folder onboarding. Here it is. Next, I will drop in some files which I prepared up front. I have a complete set of 3 files. The first one, which you see at the right of my screen, is an employee file with quite some text. I have a copy of a passport of the involved client, which is actually a scan, and I also have a payslip for that specific person. Let's now drop it into the newly created folder, and we can go on with this. Yeah, so in this specific screen, I have the option to provide some extra info, which I will not do. So we will now start. Actually, now all the files which were locally here stored are uploaded, are in the tool. The processing will start, which means that for some of them, the OCR will be done, which means that an image is converted to text. Right now, let's see what is happening. Yeah, so I open the first file, and you see the file in our built-in viewer. Within the viewer, you can scroll down through a file. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. You have all kinds of options. Next step is, of course, to see what the outcome is of the processing steps. For that, I go to the right side. I will open my panel, and then we can see the results. Yeah, so here at the right, we see a long list of attributes. First one I want to point out is the type. So IDP here mentioned that the type of the file is an employee file, which is actually right. And below you see the score attached to that, which is actually a score which tells about how confident it is about this type. You can see that the score is pretty high, so it's quite sure about this. Yeah, below you see some more attribute values, which we will not dive into right now, but I will switch back to the other two files we had. We also had a file like this, which is actually a pay slip. So if I look now again at the right side of my screen and I zoom in into the values extracted, then again here you can see that the type is correct again, and it also has a score which is also quite good. Now we have a specific case which is actually the passport provided, which I will open right now. Zoom a bit in. You can see it's a scan, what you see often with some blurry background. Also, yeah, the scan is not correctly straight, but yeah, those are all steps we can deal with. So looking now again at the fields at the right, it has seen that it is indeed a passport, and below you see quite some values which it has extracted from this specific file. Some of them I want to mention, like for instance the expiration date, which can be used to validate if the passport of this specific person is still valid. Others are names, but there is a bit more. You also see a field called valid checksum. This checksum is actually used to validate if all the information extracted is correctly captured. So with the value true, it means that all is correctly obtained from this file. So we had 3 files, but we still don't know if the set is fully there. So what I can do next is to have a look at the outcome of the case. So if I go again to the icon, I see actually what the outcome is. So I provided 3 files, but it says that for this particular client case, it's not fully there. Looking specifically at the findings below, you can see that there is a form missing. So in the rules, we wanted actually to have 4 files, which would also include a loan form. And it also has found a nice thing in the sense that the name it found of the firm where the employee works